What it do, what it do. Like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. Most definitely hit the notification bell that'll alert you all content that I drop to my YouTube channel that will hit your devices. Also, hit the thumbs up, the AKA the like button. YouTube appreciate that. S.L.R Media TV will appreciate that. Also, hit the subscribe button. All three helps my channel grow, get more subscribers and more viewers. You know how this YouTube game work. Support the channel, support the movement, and let's continue to grow this channel. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my future subscribers. If you like the content, hit the cash out. I'm looking for co-hosts. I'm looking for moderators. Hit the email. All information is pinned at the bottom of the screen. You see the title. AEW sucks. Blame CEO Tony Khan. Blame this guy right here. I think we've seen enough. You know how I like to do. Break it down, repackage it up, send it out accordingly. It's my thoughts. You know, I haven't really did any content on AEW. So I was thinking I need to expand my wrestling expertise. So why not do it with the second biggest promotion behind WWE, AEW? So here we go. Here's the grand here is the grand opening of me being in the AEW sector in the wrestling community. Let's go. So listen, I used to be an AEW fan. It didn't overtake my WWE, but at the time when AEW came out, it was a better product than WWE because at the time when AEW came out, WWE was like kind of like at its all time low. Vince McMahon really didn't care about ratings. The only thing he cared about was pleasing the stockholders, making money. So AEW gave us something different at the time. How how they did it, how they brought it in, how they lured people in. But then once people find out what the product really was, it ain't is what it is, how to present it, how to personify, it became a different story. So AEW came in as being the newer version of WCW. And if you go back to AEW, how the production was, how it was running, and how the storylines was, it was it was WCW-ish. So at the time, that's what the wrestling community needed. They wanted wrestling, but they wanted that WCW feel again. You understand what I'm saying? Because it wasn't that many storylines in WCW. But if you can make it entertaining with good wrestling, you can get away with it. So it was cool. It was cool. I liked the wrestling. AEW had me hooked. It was getting all type of wrestlers, good wrestling, decent storylines. But like after the pandemic was going away, and AEW was starting to travel again and go out of Daly's place, somehow, some way, Tony Khan lost that WCW nostalgia after the pandemic and could never get it back. And ever since then, Tony Khan had lost his ways in the wrestling business. See, what what hurts, what is hurting now, but what the cracks was, see, Tony Khan got too cocky with AEW beating NXT. Somehow, some way, Tony Khan or maybe Chris Jericho, somebody from the WWE side, former wrestlers from the WWE, because that's what I think, got in Tony Khan here. And I'm saying Chris Jericho because I believe it was Chris Jericho. Made Tony Khan believe that AEW was actually probably number one or close of getting number one over WWE, but failed to realize you was only beating NXT, but you wasn't beating Raw or SmackDown. Bad as Raw and SmackDown was at the time before Triple H took over, you wasn't beating them. You were just only beating NXT. And see, Tony Khan will listen to certain podcasters or too many podcasters that was filling his head up with a whole bunch of BS. As I say, they was riding the AEW wave. Best believe it. Because you know why? They wanted the views, they wanted the clicks, they wanted the interviews. They want the subscribe button. Now, in your right mind, do you really actually really think, or do you actually really thought that your company AEW was going to take down the WWE? So the WWE got smart, Tony Khan. Vince McMahon, them got smart, Tony Khan. And you know how they did you? You know how you did. I'm gonna tell you how Vince McMahon and them stopped your momentum, Tony Khan. When you was at the pinnacle height of AEW being on fire, everybody talking about AEW. You know what Vince McMahon and them did to stop your momentum? They did a major release on wrestlers. They released a lot of their wrestlers because they knew you was gonna gobble them up. They knew you was gonna sign them. And WWE also knows once you sign the wrestlers that came from WWE that's been there for over 10 years, it's kind of hard to retrain them and reprogram them. So it's gonna make it difficult and stagnate not only your storytelling, but bring your ratings down. Very smart move by WWE. Multiple releases. Look at AEW roster. Look how many former WWE wrestlers is on AEW roster. I tell you, man. I tell you. And see, here's the prime example of what I'm saying. When you've been with the WWE for over 8 to 10 years, you happen to get cut. You go to AEW, it's not the same. It's hard to condition yourself. Even even if AEW has the lighter schedule, which we're gonna get into that, it's still not the same. For example, Cody Rhodes was a WWE for over but what for maybe over 8 years. Goes to AEW, couldn't get it done. Cause you know why? Tony Khan them couldn't reprogram Cody Rhodes to 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 their vision of what they thought wrestling at AEW should be. Once Tony Khan started listening to Chris Jericho, see, it's all about Chris Jericho because listen to this. Chris Jericho got the most airtime, getting the most out of all the wrestlers with it, all the wrestlers without having a major championship. Huh? Hi guys. Hi guys. Chris Jericho, the only wrestler that can change his gimmick whenever he wants to. Who you think is in Tony Khan's ear? Who you think the failure of AEW lies in hands on? Tony Khan and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho should even be wrestling, taking up spots from other wrestlers. Because for some reason, Chris Jericho got it out for WWE. Why Chris Jericho ain't been inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame? Huh? They don't give a damn Chris Jericho working at AEW. Y'all start putting shit together. AEW is trash. Is at its all-time low. And it's gonna continue to get this way until Tony Khan steps down, get out the gorilla position, and let somebody else take over. Tony Khan just need to write the checks. Because if you keep going this route, Tony Khan, and what I'm hearing that WWE is teaming up with AEW, no, not AEW, but TNA, WWE, and TNA. I don't know what you're gonna do, Tony Khan, because listen, that was a very strategic move to box you in, Tony Khan. WWE don't give a damn about New Japan. They don't care. Once they got buddy with TNA, they're not really worrying about Major League Wrestling, MLW. But if WWE wants that, they can get that. Then you really have nothing. You have nothing. Nothing. You can't do no business with TNA. It's over for you, Tony. TNA is going to overtake you, Tony. I don't know what you're going to do. You got all that talent, but none of them tells no stories. There's no storytelling. Your guys just wrestle with no storytelling. None of your wrestlers has no charisma. I feel bad. I feel bad for the AEW fans. I feel bad because it used to be good product. In 2020 to 2022, decent product. From 2023, 24, the worst wrestling in the business right now. AEW. Awful. Trash. And this is what I'm here for. This is what I have the platform for. To speak my mind and say it is what it is. We got all that talent. I don't watch Collision. I don't watch Rampage. I don't even watch Dynamite. I just catch it on highlights. That's how I keep up with y'all, through highlights. Why watch y'all? All that bleeding your wrestlers do don't mean nothing. There's no storytelling behind it. It's just a bunch of wrestlers out there bleeding. See, back in the 80s and 90s, storytelling was the heels versus their faces. But it was always confrontation going around. It was always something going around that could always lead up, that can always lead to some storytelling, can always lead up to different matches. There's none of that in AEW. It's just put this match together, put this match together. None of your championships mean nothing. There's no prestige in your championships. None at all. None of your championships feel special. Not even your world heavyweight champion Swerve Strickland. None of that. Will Ospreay is honestly between him and MJF. That's all you really got. And you ain't got nothing else because once you take the belt from Swerve, ain't nothing else. There's nothing else. See, your money matches Will Ospreay and MJF. Somehow, some way, you're gonna have to get that belt off Swerve and get that belt on Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay dual champion. MJF don't need a belt because honestly, I don't like MJF with the belt. I don't like MJF with the belt. I don't like him. He's born on the mic. I don't like his wrestling style. He's too generic. He just somebody can talk good on the mic, no charisma. If he was all that, WWE would have signed him. Trust me. So I don't know what y'all gonna do. I just laid it out to you. Tony Khan stepped down. If you gotta go to MLW, Major League Wrestling, go find you a writer, somebody. Do what you gotta do. But I'm telling you, Tony Khan, and I'm telling you this: your way is not working. So if you don't find a better way than what's going on right now, in a couple of years, AEW is gonna be strictly on YouTube. YouTube, Tubi, probably on Roku. Keep playing around. Well, on the zone. Yeah, it won't be on TBS or TNT. I guarantee you that. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share the live, share the content. AEW fans, hit that like button. I will be dropping more AEW content. So make sure y'all type into it. But that's all I really want to say. I just want to get that off my chest. AEW so blame Tony Khan. Tony Khan should step down, just be the CEO who writes checks and let the real wrestling professionals handle the business. Because if you don't, within 5 years, AEW is gonna be strictly on YouTube, Tubi, or some shit like that. Like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Support this content that's moving swiftly and strongly through the wrestling community. Let's grow this and make this one of the top wrestling podcast channels on YouTube. Let's figure a way to get Tony Khan the hell up out of here and let's make AEW better again.